Okay.
Fuck it.
Check.
We're going to go. Mike's hot in 4, 3, 2.
Welcome to Hattage Underground, everybody. This is the mighty Meta Baron.
Voice the villain.
Macho Samson.
Thank you, Macho. And introducing our special guest today. Go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
Big Bruno.
Big Bruno.
Big Bruno.
Everybody get
Big
big
Bruno.
talking
to the mic, Bruno.
I like that
Let me
intro.
clap for Bruno.
I like
Got you,
that.
man.
Big Bruno.
Big Bruno. Bruno, underground legend. I bet you niggas out there listening was like, what the fuck is this? How did this happen?
Oh, this has been coming for a long time,
Been
baby.
coming for a long time, man. I kept in touch with this motherfucker, and Bruno been going through some shit, man. Bruno's been living life. Before we get into Bruno regaling y'all in the tales, how's everybody week been?
My week been great.
Excellent. Just excellent.
Anything of note worth hasn't happened this week?
Me and Macho got into some shit.
What y'all?
We did get into some shit.
My boy got married. You know,
I saw that. Shout out to my man Sydney.
shout out to Sydney, one of Detroit's great firefighters.
Free my nigga Sid.
He ain't dead. Oh, come on. All right, so I was in charge of Sydney's bachelor party.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he put the
was
villain
sick
in charge.
I was sick as a dog and couldn't even show up. I felt so bad.
Fuck you, nigga. Look, the party was
I
clutch.
eat that one.
We did. We
Why was
out.
it clutch though?
It was clutch. I don't know. It was just clutch. You know,
It wasn't clutch.
It was clutch. It was above average.
It was okay. It was okay. It was pretty good.
Okay,
He delivered.
I mean,
He
I
delivered.
could have did better, but I ain't feel.
I mean,
it.
was
Well, I don't think it was really his fault.
It
Though.
wasn't my fault.
Was titties out?
Oh, of course it was.
Well, what
Titties.
do
That was
it-
a bachelor party. What you thought was gonna happen?
Hey, look,
The titties was temporary. Though.
it is.
Yeah,
it
it
is.
was like-
it is what it is.
It was like a quick turnaround too.
It was a quick turn.
I mean, it is what it is. You can't be mad anywhere where you saw some titties out. How mad you gonna really be?
But you know what?
Can't
like
be mad.
the niggas that we had there weren't trick niggas. Like I don't really hang around with too many tricks.
They weren't Chrysler.
Yeah, they were. I mean, it was a couple. It was a couple in
Yeah,
there. You and Ruhan was there.
Shout out to Young
Shout out to
So-
Ru.
So yeah, niggas wasn't paying, so the strippers got mad and was like, "Nigga, y'all ain't paying, so we up."
So we up.
Bitches left early.
But how early, man?
12,
let him tell it.
12:30, something like that.
Yeah, see,
Hey,
that's
fuck it,
that's early though.
That it is early, but that's about the time. I ain't gonna lie. That's about the time. If I go to the strip club, that's around the time I leave, man. Because at
Right.
that point, it's nothing but madness after 12.
Yeah, I got.
catfish.
I gotta.
It
I
ain't,
gotta.
you know what? You know what it is?
I gotta-
Girls
I gotta
with
leave.
shotgun
It's when you
shells
go
in
home and
your
drink
butt.
after.
Yeah, it's when you go
Yeah.
home and drink after and you reflect on the fuck shit. I mean, I told you, I went in there and saw a nigga standing on a walker throwing, like, on a walker throwing money. I was like, I came on the right night, yes.
I gotta leave before I get shot. That's all I care about.
See,
See,
and I mean,
AARP.
Ain't nothing at the strip club after 12:30.
That's good.
That's good. It's
Right.
it's all great because you done been sitting there.
Oh,
You've been waiting. You've been waiting for the one. You had a couple drinks and nothing but the killers walking around at that time. It's like,
You got to be prepared mentally after midnight.
The earlier you get there, the cleaner it is. So
oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's nothing. It's,
Oh yeah.
Soon
that's
as-
not enough to convince
soon
you.
as 11:59 hits, it's all raunch.
And the
It's
food
all
is better.
raunch.
Turn it back into a pumpkin.
Yeah, the food be an A1 like around about 8.
Yeah,
Yeah,
8:30.
then the cooks get all tired and shit, and
Yeah.
just start undercooking shit. But then you might, walk around and step on a condom
Yeah.
or a
Oh,
needle.
God.
Damn.
Or
You
needle,
stepped on
yeah.
a needle?
Speaking of needles,
Yeah. I
Shit.
got a story about that one too.
Oh,
yes,
man.
Yeah.
So Bruno,
That's a
man,
terrible segue.
No, that's the
bro.
best
That was-
segue.
it was
Where the
amazing.
bell at? Give me
That
the
shit was
bell.
great.
Oh man.
Give me the bell.
Y'all
Power
niggas-
the
Okay.
bell.
Y'all gonna have to deal with me tonight.
No, ain't no bells, bro. It's only Bruno's.
Okay.
Okay, we no bells
Don't-
on.
No?
Don't
We
find the
allow it.
bell.
Can I have a bell?
You can have a
Fine, you
bell.
can have
I
one.
get a bell.
Yes.
Awesome.
Go ahead,
All
man.
right. Let me give you some background. All right. I am the son of a doctor, and I'm a mechanic.
Oh,
So you can see the disappointment in my
sense.
father's eyes. It's just like, oh man, my son's my other brother's a comedian. He's,
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's Diego
oldest?
Atanasio. Yeah, he's no. I'm the oldest.
You know this, okay.
Yeah.
How's
So
your-
anyway, I go from being the son of a doctor living in St. Clair Shores with a pool in the back to starving in Roseville. And once in a while, when I got the money together, I would go down to the city and smoke some crack.
The crack.
Oh, there we go.
Correct.
Ginger, please. I know I said some whole shit about that bill earlier, but can I get a soft one for right there?
Correct. Okay, wait a minute. I always wanted to say this my whole life. Please tell us about the crack.
Yeah.
This
Okay, basically what happened was I was...
Was it 8 Mile and Gratiot?
Oh, no.
What's the crackiest part?
Yeah, what's the spots?
The spots is 7 Mile and Gratiot.
I knew it was gonna be 7 Mile. All you 7 Mile niggas out there hold down 7 Mile. Listen to this. Crackheads.
I mean, 7 Mile, better mile, my nigga. Hey.
Yeah, well, anyway, it's just like, basically what happened was I got addicted to prostitutes. Then I started running prostitutes. Then I started...
Whoa, how does that just...
Yes.
You just breeze right
Yes.
through
Okay,
that.
okay.
So slow it down.
I will
Yeah,
slow down my
yeah,
roll.
yeah, slow
Okay,
roll.
so I
Okay.
was going to school at Wayne State for biology.
Gateway.
Okay, there we go.
Because I was following in my father's footsteps, and I was going to become a doctor of genetics.
Okay.
And I drop out because I had bipolar disorder, and I just couldn't stabilize my emotions long enough to actually get through a semester of school. So so eventually I just kick it and just leave school, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna become a mechanic. I'm gonna be making more money anyway.
Yeah. Make no money at Wayne State.
Yeah.
Trust and believe is somebody that worked up at Wayne State for a decade. Ain't
15 hours.
money.
No.
Broke boy.
You have to understand, we were so broke, I was stealing from the one card office and just I was stealing food, and Marcel, I'd come down here with $15 worth of food, and Marcellus, sorry.
It's fine, man.
Saying your government name.
I mean, we got exposed on the first ep.
Yeah.
Hey. If
Okay,
you weren't
so
stealing
anyway.
from a college.
I'm sorry, what's your name? in this?
Baron.
Baron.
The
Baron. The Baron. Okay.
Wayne
Baron
State
just
gonna put Baron.
Baron just
Let's
jacks
go.
half my stash. It's just you
got-
know what, Bruno,
You don't need all that.
You don't need all that.
I had to tax you simply because if one time came looking for you, I would have told him that I saw him run on the other side of Kresge, and that'd have been that. I mean, you was protected, but tax.
Yeah, I was protected by the tax.
I thought of myself around there as like a fair sheriff of Nottingham. Like I was gonna
But
fuck
you
you
took
up.
the cut.
No.
Yeah, I would
I
take-
We all
accepted
would've
that.
took the
And I accepted the fact that, listen, everybody needs food, and these people are charging massive overprices. They're charging 33% above pay grade for crappy food, and
That's what they do to students.
You don't like paying $1.89 for a dollar bag of chips?
No.
Hell no.
Yeah, I thought you was from St. Clair Shores, balling and all that fly
Ballin'.
jiggy shit.
Let me
Hey,
tell you
you
something
from
about
St. Clair
rich people.
Shores?
Rich
St. Clair
people are
Shores
cheap
is-
as fuck.
Oh, definitely.
I'd imagine that's how they stay wealthy.
Yeah. So
So you were at Wayne State.
So I was at
when did
Wayne
the
State.
downfall happen?
the downfall happened after my mom, what's called the Indians do it all the time, marriage.
Arranged marriage.
Arranged marriage.
Arranged marriage me to a girl.
Oh wait a minute.
Almost.
What's your nationality?
I'm Peruvian.
They do that.
Peruvian.
They do that.
For green cards.
Shout
So
out to
there was this
Peru.
beautiful 18-year-old blonde Mexican, which is weird, I know, but so she's like, okay, I'll marry you, blah 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 blah. I'm actually developing a rapport with her. I know it's an arranged marriage, but she's 18, I'm 25.
At least it was legal.
Yeah, she was legal, and I'm like gonna develop into a situation, but then she leaves for Germany, and everything tore out.
Damn.
So I'm like,
What was up with Germany? She went to school.
She ran for
yeah, she went to school. She just ran. So anyway, it's just I had some issues after that. I stopped cleaning my apartment.
Oh, you were depressed.
Yeah, I was waiting.
hit you real hard.
Yeah, and then my dad comes along and just pisses me off. He says, "Oh, it didn't work out with her. you should go meet some girls at the medical school or something like that. And I'm like, what trifling ass bullshit is that? Like that I have to come up to with the social economic standards of you to actually meet women. So I went in the other fucking direction. I just went for hoes. Just bam.
Sometimes you got to go to hoes.
You know, it's that level you hit though. You're like, man, I'm tired of being Superman. You know what I mean? Take the cape off.
So where'd you go to hoes? Where
you right?
Where did I go to
Where's
hoes?
your section?
Where was
8
your home?
Mile Gratiot.
Oh,
Yeah, all you East Side niggas?
I said it earlier.
Yeah, Eastland Motel.
Oh, he
Shout
told
out
the
to
actual
Eastland
spot.
Motel.
Yeah.
You know the guy. You was cool with the guy.
Sheets ain't never been washed, my nigga.
They're never been washed. There's bed bugs. It's all nasty. It's a bad situation.
Look like somebody cleaned up oatmeal off the sheets, nigga.
Yeah.
The AC propped up by like some.
Let's
fake
just
little-
AC.
let's just say that if you fuck in the Eastland Motel, just do it on your feet. Just like don't even get on the bed, dude. Just,
Too nasty to fuck in.
it's,
Pro tip. I like it.
Stand on your feet, nigga, and fuck. This is the most. All right, go ahead. Continue.
In the
Please
flip flops.
continue.
In the flip flops.
I'm not taking my shoes off.
I'm not taking my shoes.
Yes.
Oh god.
Even this
So
guy
anyway,
has standards, man.
And yeah. So anyway, I just lost it, and I was like, eventually, like,
How did you end up meeting? I take it that the whores that you
The
happen to
whore-
be entertaining around that time.
Did you say the horrors or the whores?
I gotta speak up and proper. I don't know them bitches.
All right, go ahead.
Bitch, 1, 2, 3,
We
and
talking
4.
about-
Exactly.
Right.
What
We
do
talking
we just
about
become
whore.
We go by
uncivilized?
the
Right.
number system.
Fuck.
This is the best
Continue.
show we ever did.
so
But
anyway.
but I was about to ask you. So I take it that the women that you were entertaining, they were the ones that put you onto the lifestyle.
Yeah.
How did it happen, man?
It's called a shotgun. Basically, you breathe in. The girl breathes in crack, smoke, and then she kisses you and she blows it into your lungs.
Damn.
And I'm like,
That's the first time somebody
was
just
the-
did that to you. You ain't
yeah.
know it was crack.
I was freaked out the first time, and then eventually it was doing nothing to me because I was on so many psychological medications.
Okay.
It felt like a strong cup of coffee. It's just so like I didn't get addicted for like 4 years,
Damn.
So you was fucking prostitutes for 4 years.
on and off. Yeah.
Continue.
I like that. He's like, fuck you. You know what I do.
I'm asking questions. That's what. Look, man. I got one life, and this the only
Hey.
time.
No.
Only time I'm gonna get
No,
through
I kicked off my bucket list. Like I've done crazy. Like
Was
you
this-
know that one white guy that hangs around with all the other black guys, and the only reason why that white guy hangs around with all those black
Cause
guys,
he giving them drugs.
no, is because that guy is crazy enough to be entertaining to the other black guys.
Yeah,
Facts.
that's true. That's true.
Also, you need somebody to talk to the police, but
So you were that guy.
I was that guy.
Chappelle
They
told
was like-
us.
they
You
was
gotta
like-
have your
Yes.
friend in the driving. He can be
I was
twisted.
about to say that's the best combo. Though.
They were like, you white enough. Let's do it.
Ah!
I mean, come on. You know that's what it was.
Oh God, I grew up St. Joan of Arc, then De La Salle High School, where it's 4 years of boys, no girls whatsoever.
Hell no.
Oh man, it just God, that
man,
sucked. And it put me
I'll say that explains a lot right there.
yeah.
yeah.
I would have squared up with my dad. I can't not go
No.
on
The only
do that.
reason I dropped my GPA to a 1.04
to get kicked out.
to get kicked out, and it still wouldn't work because my dad was friends with the principal, friends with all the staff, and it's like I should have just punched the teacher like sophomore year. I should have
You
just
should have went balls in.
yeah.
That's fucking.
I ain't gonna
Blue
lie,
balls
man.
is a motherfucker.
Sophomore
No
year,
pun intended.
of all the shit that I've ever been through in school, so outside of kindergarten and I want to say senior year, I was suspended every single year of my public education.
What the fuck you was doing?
Might have been doing crack. Was you doing
Being
crack?
me,
Okay.
but it's.
We'll let it
I
slide.
think that in sophomore year, that's the angriest that I had ever been at a fucking teacher, to the point where, like, usually
Did it get
I
physical?
usually no. Because
Okay.
it was a skinny ass woman. It was
Okay.
what it was.
I don't know. Women was catching hands too.
Usually
Let's
I
not
think
forget
about
that.
some whole shit happening and I laugh and then I walk it off for her.
Okay.
I just
comments.
I don't hold grudges against niggas. But
Nah,
her,
you shouldn't.
Dog. Like, I literally thought about just choking this woman the fuck out.
You went Super Saiyan for a minute.
You get to those situations. You can like.
I don't think I ever went Super Saiyan with a female teacher.
You ever been?
never did
You
either.
ever been? No, I.
I went. Should I tell the Markel
Most
story?
of my desks were located outside of my classrooms.
What?
Wow.
I have a bit of an attitude.
Yeah,
Why you gonna be
exactly.
sassy with kids?
My English teacher was the worst, though. We were reading this book, Angela's Ashes, and he wanted to like act it out with the Irish accent, if you could call it that. And he
Oh,
was
God.
like, he was acting out this like birthing scene. It got real fucking weird. I said some stuff, and worst case scenario, then there's the math teacher problem too.
Oh yeah. No, I've been cooked I know I know the moment that I'm gonna get sent to the whole ass educational shadow realm, and I'm just like, fuck it then. It is what it is. Nigga.
It is what it is.
Go ahead, man. What is it like? What is it like not being able to get in trouble at school, being invulnerable? What is it like?
It is kind of awesome, but also on the same level, just kind of disappointing because it's just like I got in trouble a lot, but it never came to anything.
You expect consequences that never came.
Yeah, and it's just like, and basically that's the way I lived my whole life. I mean, I was
sounds
I was
like it.
I was pulling like level 1 felonies at a certain point. So let's fast forward back to the
To the crack
Yeah, let's
prostitute.
get to
crack
yes.
prostitutes.
I was just about to get to
So
that.
it's just like so anyway.
Are they better?
I'm
Are they better
like,
on
no,
the
no, no,
crack
my-
or off
my-
the crack?
You said,
You
are
know
they better?
what? Are they better
better?
off the crack or on? They're better on the crack, to tell you the truth.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I just had to verify.
Better on the crack.
So anyway, and
Enjoying yourself.
I love this.
yeah, this is
I
hilarious.
love this so much.
Okay, so anyway, the situation got like I think another time my dad pissed me off, and I just like, you know what? I know your social security number. I took like 4 credit cards out in his name.
Jesus.
Went down to the city. He's a doctor. He can handle it. Yeah.
Smoked.
All right.
So
That might be.
That was a bell of applause.
That might be the most hard body statement made on here.
No, you just
That
live
needs to be on a shirt.
taking out 4 credit cards from a doctor. You just lived every nigga's dream.
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you get a charger? You should have got a charger.
No,
So-
I rented a car. I
to
made
Mexico?
friends with this guy named Ivory, and
Was
he's
he
like
white?
he was the pimp, and I was just the support man.
Okay, wait. I got a question before that.
Okay.
So at this point in your life, how cracky were you? Like
I wasn't cracky at all. I was just
you
like
just doing crack? You wasn't a crackhead? You
No,
wasn't-
no. I wasn't like I did it like maybe once every 4 months at this point.
Wait, what?
Okay.
When people get on crack.
So
No. I'm different because I'm on psychological meds. You have to
so
understand.
the crack was muted. Then you nerfed the crack. With
Yeah,
the
I
psych
nerfed
med.
the crack.
oh wow. So
That's an RPG term for your ass.
so when when do you just take it? It's like whenever you feel. Is it special occasions? Or
Is it mostly
Special occasions, just
mostly
like
around the
people are
horse?
like, "Hey, do you want some crack?" Okay, fine. I'll take some crack.
He putting y'all on game, man.
It doesn't do anything for me. It's like a strong cup of coffee, dude. When
You-
you,
That's a
when
hell
you're,
of a coffee.
You
When you've
did say you were.
Hold up, that's
you
a
did
hell
say
of a
you-
coffee.
You did say you were Peruvian, right?
yes.
Go ahead and give
so
him a bill.
Oh,
so
y'all-
I have
you
a
gotta shoot-
natural tolerance. I have a natural
They
tolerance.
gotta
for
shoot
this shit.
y'all niggas.
You need that rhino. That's what you
Yeah.
need.
Yeah.
The rhino
That black tar.
bullet. I like.
I need that
Yeah.
super crack.
Hey, you want some crack?
So anyway,
Like annihilator.
I get into
Damn.
these situations.
Crackalator.
So I rent a car, we rent hotel rooms, and we're like, dude, let's just run a prostitution ring.
Oh, you just came up with it like that?
So
Like,
would you say like no one questioned you at any time as long as you had the card and
Nobody questioned me. Here was the thing.
I
was
mean,
taking
they
all
think
the
you
risk.
white, probably.
what you mean probably?
What you all right?
Listen. I'm this 25-year-old, 27, 26, 27-year-old white kid, white as can be, from Warren, from De La Salle. I speak well. I say stuff. I know my mind. Who the fuck is thinking that I'm running hose out of?
Ain't nobody gonna disagree with
Yeah.
you. Ain't nobody gonna
Yeah,
be
ain't
like,
nobody gonna be like,
we shouldn't do this. Like fuck yeah.
So like
let's
on
get
a
some
good
hoes
day,
in the
like
closet.
on a good day, how much would you bring in?
$1,000.
$1,000 worth of hoes.
$1,000. After, if we had a good day, we would bring in $1,000, and I was actually the one that pushed for just equilateral, just money.
Like
just everybody got an even
That's a
split.
pretty sweet deal.
Whole
though.
union. You created
Basically,
a whole
that's
union.
Sweet. Yeah. That's
Y'all
pretty
Dude, I'm a
fuck
nice
though.
Christian boy. I'm a nice Christian boy that just went bad for a while.
Hey, a
wow,
lot of
man.
Christians. Most of the Christians is a bunch of hoes anyway. So
Oh.
it's a lot of hoes in
So
Christianity.
anyway, it's just
Look
like,
at read the Bible. Shit. A
yeah,
lot of hoes in that book. Hoes all through that book. The fuck?
Delilah.
Hey,
Yeah,
man,
name them. Rattle them off.
Hey, cut his mic for a
No,
minute.
come on, man.
Cut his mic.
Okay, all right.
Y'all niggas don't like the
let's get
truth.
back to
That's
the
all
sto-
it is.
Let's get back to the story. So anyway, I'm hanging out with Ivory, and I meet the love of my life. This girl named Sarah.
Sarah.
And
I was gonna say, did you forget her name?
I was about to say, that's a love.
Love
And
my
of course,
life.
Love my life.
I thought you were going to say like Cinnamon or Alexis.
Yeah,
Said Sarah. I
no. So
thought you were going to say some hoe shit.
she's a hoe. So,
Yeah.
yeah, she's addicted to heroin, and it was just tough. It was just a
How'd y'all
rough-
meet? Yeah, just-
Whole love.
Yeah, and like, Alyssa Verbeke, this girl who,
Said her whole name.
no, she's in prison now because she cracked.
It's fine. She's a
no, she's important.
Prison
Y'all
dog
remember?
because
Y'all
of crack.
remember hearing about that girl that was hit by a driver in Warren? Her and her
Damn.
little brother was hit and killed.
Jesus.
This chick is the one that.
Responsible for it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah,
well, fuck her then.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just like
Say her whole name
Yeah,
again.
so-
Fuck her.
yeah. So anyway, damn, this girl had moves on moves on moves.
What type of moves? Go ahead. What type of moves?
Well, first of all, she was probably one of the few women that actually got me to finish.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh, ooh.
It's hard. I heard it's hard to finish on crack.
So anyway,
Yes.
I'm just rolling through
The whole trail of it all.
the whole trail
whole
of it all,
trail.
whole trail. So I would. The thing was, I was organized, and I would just be like, "Dude, all right, here's the Excel sheet. Here's my laptop.
Sell sheet.
Excel
God
sheet,
damn it.
bitches."
This nigga was organized.
Listen, man, you hoes need to step y'all goddamn game
got a
up.
whole
You
Excel
sell a
sheet.
sales
It
sheet?
can't just be Cash App.
what the
It can't just
fuck?
be a Cash App link on Facebook and Instagram, sweetheart.
This nigga got
it just can't be.
He got a spreadsheet to spread that butt.
Spread the sheet.
Spreadsheet, spread that butter around.
Let's go.
So anyway, I was just like taking care of like how much money was coming in, how many drugs we were giving the girls. Of course, we had to have a hookup with the drugs. So,
Typical
That's
movie
pretty
shit.
organized.
yeah.
pretty
So,
organized.
yeah. So I wasn't the pimp. I wasn't the guy slapping around the girls. That was Ivory.
You weren't
He
the
was
enforcer.
assistant pimp.
I was the assistant pimp. I
Let's
was
go.
the simp.
Oh, a different.
Did
So,
you, so did
is
you get
there-
to watch
is
them?
there a
Like, have you
defi-
witnessed that
Is
before?
there a definition, a true definition to the word simp?
I don't know. Assistant pimp, simp. I don't. That was a term my boss taught me later on. Basically, dude, I was gonna take the fall for all of this because I was I was the one getting the hotel rooms, renting the car. So eventually, it was gonna go wrong.
Of course.
And it would have fell on you anyway because you're the only one with credentials.
Right.
I take it that amongst the whole group of rapscallions, you're the only one,
One
with
with ID.
I was about to say only nigga with ID.
Yeah.
Hoes
Man,
don't
you,
carry
you,
ID.
it's truly, you truly out here living reckless, traveling with hoes that don't wear panties and they don't carry their ID with them. Like, you just, that's
That was
reckless
crazy.
life.
That
So,
was a crazy.
did you,
I got paid in pussy and I got paid in
Great hours of
in
face.
money. So anyway,
so did your dad and all these other people know all this
not
shit was
for
happening?
years. Not for years. It's just like, what did you use the credit cards for? I bought some clothes.
Wow.
See, no, okay.
Wow.
To not be black.
Oh, God.
Nigga,
This
that
niggas
everybody-
out here living like this. Are you going to be on
Everybody.
Instagram?
Them swipers. This is a nigga that just stole some
The way
shit.
he was swiping. What are you talking
Stole
about?
some shit from his daddy.
Oh,
No. So anyway,
Living his best life.
no. So anyway, I
back and forth with them bitches.
what saved me out of the fire was God, dude, and it was funny. It was like how it works was I was feeling so bad about actually doing this to women and that giving drugs to women that I was going to church 3 times a week, Bible study, Wednesday night services, Sunday.
So you was running hoes and going to church.
Yeah.
He was a regular dude.
Yeah, I'm over regular nigga.
Living his best
We
life.
weren't doing any confessions, were you?
No.
3 of my hoes died last week.
Jesus. No.
Could you imagine sitting there listening to someone's confession and
I
running
would.
off
I
all
do-
this stuff and
I
you'd just
do-
be like,
I do it every day. I have the uncanny luck of being the person that people want to spill their entire fucking heart out to, or at random. How you doing, sir? I'm doing all right. Yourself? Oh, I'm doing all right. I'm looking for such and such building. You know where it is? It's over there. Oh, thank you. And while you at it, this traumatic
tell you
fucking
your
event
whole
happened to me
life.
about 4 years ago, and I still vividly remember it to this day. And now you do too. Have a good day.
I get raped every Wednesday.
Every
I don't want to
Wednesday.
hear about that shit.
And now I got to live with that forever.
I think it's the
you
beard.
should just walk around with headphones on.
I think
it
that's
don't
what
matter.
It is.
It don't
Yeah, I
matter.
think if you got
It
a beard,
does.
they
Yeah,
confide in
they
you.
confide in you.
No eye contact, walking stick, you'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Because whenever I
Might
had a
have
goatee, it's like, well, fuck you, you whole ass light skinned nigga. But then if I had a beard, they're like, well, he's not that bad.
I want to talk to
He's
you.
more realistic.
Yeah, let me tell him some
A
secrets.
little gruff there.
A little rough there.
He's not pretty.
So
Actually,
anyway,
there's the 2 types.
so I go to church and we have Super Bowl weekend or something, and I have like $300 in my pocket, and I'm like, okay,
That's a crack weekend. Super Bowl weekend.
yeah,
That's a
What is a crack
That's a-
weekend?
that's Super Bowl time.
Hey.
baby.
Got to make sure you really enjoy those commercials.
Them back page,
okay.
bitches on Backpage was doing $15 Super Bowl specials.
Ugh.
dog.
oh yeah.
Even he said
go to
it.
those. Yeah, don't go to those.
Y'all gotta understand.
No. I fuck $150 an hour bitches.
That's what I'm talking about.
Ooh.
That's what I'm talking
Go
about.
to Primo. I like that.
These
See that,
motherfuckers-
I see that Roseville
150
never
ball.
left your ass.
No,
These cats be laughing at me because they trying to fuck bitches for the 40 ball. I'm like, I ain't trying to fuck no 40 ball bitch.
You don't want to fuck no 40 ball.
Hell no, I ain't fucking no 40 ball bitch.
nah. So anyway,
Ugh.
I go to a men's Christian
Give him a
retreat.
large napkin for that one.
I need a napkin. Need all the napkin. Go ahead, bro.
Okay, so anyway, I go to a men's Christian retreat, and I'm in Remus, Michigan, and of course,
There's a city named Remus.
Yes, it is.
there's a city named Remus, Michigan. Romulus and Remus,
It's right next to Shawshoe, Michigan.
and there are white vampires up there because seriously, that was just they're so freaking churchy, and it's just like you can't be this good. There's
no,
something wrong
Yeah,
with
it's always
this place.
something wrong
There's
with
some
holy
demons.
There's some yeah. They're the Remans from Star Trek Nemesis.
niggas. Jesus.
Oh my God.
Damn, nerd talk.
Oh, shout out to your boy Tom Hardy. Wasn't that Tom Hardy in that movie?
Yeah,
That was him.
That was him.
yeah.
I know.
That was the thing that killed Star Trek Next Generation movies.
Yep.
All right, whatever. In memoriam. ... Okay. So anyway, I go to this men's retreat. I meet these really
Some nice guys.
yeah, and, I find out I have a talent for archery.
Okay.
Just random shit. Just like I read this. Hawkeye taught me.
Crack give you aim.
Nothing like Jesus and archery.
Yeah, Jesus and Archer. Yeah, there was shotguns too. There was
Jesus.
horse
Oh, really?
riding, and it was ice
You
climbing
sure?
walls.
Shit sound lit.
You sure you ain't go to a Klan meeting?
Low key, what if the Klan retreat is lit as fuck and we just
Probably
missing
is.
out?
You missing out.
Probably is. They probably got chicken and barbecue.
And you be like, damn.
You know they got like 4 kegs set up at
Right,
least.
At least.
You're like, is that a whole? y'all
And
got a whole-
moonshine.
And the whole
I
basket
mean,
of
they always have
wings.
bonfires. They might have s'mores too. I don't know.
Hey, Gaylord, bring me a keg and a nigger.
And a nigger. Right fast.
Quick, boy.
Can't wait
Be
till that
swift.
nigga get here.
So I go. So because I'm not there checking the IDs, the pimp goes to Philadelphia with. Of course, she brings the girls with him, and he doesn't check the ID of a girl.
Oh, so he got caught in some underage shit.
Underage shit.
Yeah, you ain't got as far as that's concerned. You ain't got to mention no
Yeah, you ain't
names.
gotta
'Cause
drop
we need
nothing.
no lawsuits.
Yeah. So anyway,
Why pimps always do that? I guess pimps ain't the brightest motherfuckers. all
Look,
the time.
no.
man, you know what?
No, I was the brains of that operation. I was just like,
You kept them
listen,
together.
I do not have the wherewithal to slap a bitch upside the head every time she goes wrong.
I can't do that either.
It's too much work, man.
That's why you learned archery.
To shoot a bitch? You gonna shoot a bitch?
Hey, that's a
Get
slap.
arrow
Can
in
you
your
imagine
butt,
that?
bitch.
That's a slap from a
Dog, you
Slowly
imagine
pulling it back.
you imagine a
You can
pimp
get
with
like
a bow and
the
arrow,
suction cup
nigga?
ones. Doesn't have to be
That'd be
that
the greatest
violent.
pimp of all time.
He'd be like the Green Arrow's nemesis.
He'd be like Green Arrow. He got the same outfit on because he a pimp.
Or would he be the Purple Arrow?
Come on, bitch, hop in there. Quick.
And he shoot out a fucking arrow with a slap hand on it.
Got an open palm on the end of the arrow.
Yeah.
He's got
I can
the one
slap-
got baby powder on.
Yes.
I can-
No, he shoot out 2 arrows. One arrow to slap you and another one to slap
So
baby
you-
powder on there.
Hey, I can slap a bitch from 6 blocks away with this arrow. Shoot it up like a Spartan.
She's like, I'm ready to go home. Dad. He just pulled
Oh,
the quiver
God.
back like, bitch.
So anyway,
Where my tights? Where my tights at, bitch?
at this point,
I'm sorry,
I bounce
Daddy.
from one bitch to another, and it's just like, and I'm sorry to call them the B word,
Go
but
ahead,
these
call
are
them
these,
bitches. We
yeah,
call them
these
bitches.
are
Call them
full.
bitches.
These are full on. These are
Hardcore
decrepit. These are the decrepit ass women that are just like at the bottom of the barrel,
Jesus.
and I shouldn't be fucking with them.
Damn, tell
but
me
I
how you
was.
really feel. I like
Get
it.
at these hoes.
You know,
Get at 'em.
sometimes bitches are bitches. It's all right.
Thank you.
You don't have to
Thank
apologize
you.
for that. It's
Thank you.
okay.
Y'all hear that? You hoe ass Facebook niggas, bitches, is bitches.
Some nigga
So
like,
anyway.
some nigga tell like, I don't like that nigga no more.
Oh, okay. So anyway, I get to the situation where I'm like, all right, I hosted Alyssa Verbeke at my apartment for a few months. She would get high on heroin. She would nod out, and then I would steal her crack.
Damn.
You talk about
Damn.
rape? You talk about rape, or you actually stole crack?
I just stole crack.
Oh, okay.
You're like,
I
hey,
got it.
take her.
The other
Jesus.
crack.
Give yourself an honorary bill.
I ain't got one, and I won't. Fuck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
God.
Yeah.
Hey, look.
I can't get that
when
moment
it's,
back.
When
That
it's
shit
crack
was
and
rough.
heroin involved, how far are you gonna go for rape? Like, what's next? It's like 3 levels under it.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't see how that juxtaposition.
How much rape did you have to deal with? Like,
How much bullshit did I have to deal with?
Yeah,
That's
I'll
a real
rather hear it.
question. That
Like,
was
so
just like
what happened? What
So
type of
eventually,
bullshit?
eventually in the situation, Scott, like I learned my lesson. I was just like, nope, I'm not going to jail for a year, 2 years for under. That's a sex crime. Is like drug, it's sex trafficking to do an underage girl.
Yeah, they've been
like 20 years,
they've been grouping all of those fucking
things together.
all of them together, because it's just like, well,
It's
if
kind of
you're
like
do-
the RICO law. Like they
Yes.
just put everybody
it's,
under.
it's the sex RICO. Get your ass up out of here.
So anyway, I learned my lesson. But unfortunately, by that time, I was already in the life, and I was just like smoking crack maybe once every 2 weeks, and then it got shorter and shorter, and then eventually
You became real.
Does
cracky.
does the addiction pick up around the time where just everything bottoms and spirals out?
You stressed out?
No,
Got
it was
crack.
more like everything just kind of just built on itself, but it didn't spiral out. It was just I could control it to a certain extent because, like I said, my brain chemistry is different than most people's because I have been literally on every psychological medication known to man because my parents tried to fix me medically. Oh, God. It's just like I'm still on shit. I'm still on
Shit to just help you function daily.
just shit to help me function daily. Abilify, Zoloft, and Trazodone. So it's just like I
never understood exactly, like, you see a lot of the drugs in magazines and shit like that. You see the commercials, but you never really know how many drugs there actually are for so many different things until you have friends that use these medications.
Right.
Like people with whole pill pouches and shit. This shit's real.
Yeah. No, and it's not. And you know what? The pharmaceutical industry is just. They're devils. They're just. They just fuck kids over, dude.
Corruption.
Meth is like you're giving kids meth, basically. You're giving kids
Adderall and Ritalin.
Ritalin, Concerta, all these things, and it's just like it fucked me up, and like I was just a bad student. Why can't you accept that? Because you're the son of a doctor. You're supposed to get straight A's.
It's true.
And I'm like, dude, I was just lazy. There was nothing wrong with me. You didn't need to fucking feed me meth at 14, 13 years old.
Maybe he had
That's too soon.
Maybe your parents had a chemical imbalance where they had kids that weren't what they were. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, it could have just been.
And
something.
my freaking brother is the straight A student, and my sister's doing okay. My brother is a comedian
That's
who
what I'm saying,
doesn't make any money because right now he's still trying to make it on his own. And my
Chitlin Circuit. Shout out to your brother, man. I hope you make it, bro.
yeah,
I got a soft spot for all the underdog comedians.
What's your
out
brother's
there.
name?
Diego Atanasio.
I'm gonna check him out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look him up on YouTube.
Yeah,
know
look
he
him
up there
up,
somewhere.
man. You know,
Maybe
plug
he
him.
can come in on another day, but
Yeah, I definitely have him. If you laugh like this, take I can imagine what he like.
So anyway, I'm just like, so it got bad, and I didn't know it was so bad because of a medication I was on. I was on Strattera, which is an ADD medication, and it was just like I took a hit in the morning when I took the Strattera, and I needed a hit in the mid-afternoon, and the only way I remembered how to get that hit was taking crack. So every day I was just like, find some money, get down to the city. Find some money, get down to the city. And it was just like the thing they don't tell you about doing drugs is it is the hardest job you will ever have. It's just like
Keep it up.
Yeah.
Consistently. Yeah.
it's
To find it
expensive.
and spend and get it and
Yeah.
I would think it would be hard.
So anyway, like I went to rehab and I forgot to
Oh, you
rehab.
actually went to rehab.
Yeah, I've gone to
Oh,
rehab
wow.
like 4 times.
How did you get in rehab the first time?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
How did I get into rehab? The first time I admitted that I had a problem. I had a massive problem. I was going to Narcotics Anonymous, I probably shouldn't talk about that because it's Narcotics Anonymous, but whatever. I was going to meetings
But I mean,
for
you
like
were-
2 years.
You were also heavy in the church, though, still, right?
Yeah.
So somebody in the church was like, "Hey, man."
Maybe you should go to rehab. And I was like,
Huh.
yeah, like.
So church is actually good for something. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
When it works, yeah.
When it works, when they're not diddling kids.
Oh, the diddler.
Shout out to my nigga Bruno for that one.
The diddler.
Because we know y'all niggas doing that shit. Stop.
Stop it.
That's not gonna stop it.
Stop touching them little boys.
I know.
Stop.
Man, they finally got Bill.
All right, we not talking about Bill. We talking about him.
Oh, they did.
But
Damn.
Bill is scumbag though.
Wait, so how many years he getting?
3 to 10.
3 to 10, which is funny because Dennis Hastert, who molested hundreds of children as a wrestling coach, and he admitted to it. He admitted his guilt. Dennis Hastert got 15 months.
Really?
Damn, you talking about the MSU motherfucker?
Now I'm talking about the former Speaker of the House of the fucking nation.
Oh, yeah, of course, because he in the government. Like, he ain't
Damn.
gonna send him to jail for no real shit.
15 months?
Oh man.
Must be nice.
It's gonna be a low maximum.
And
not
that's
even
why I'm
maximum
running for
sentence.
government.
Let's go. I'll vote for your
I
ass.
vote. I
You know,
got my
free
vote.
crack for everybody.
You got my vote, man. But
No.
So was it the combination of rehab and the church?
No, what happened was literally I stopped doing this drug called Strattera and the cravings just went away. Like magic. I kid you not. It's been 35 days since I've had a hit of crack. And I've been down to the city. I've been to the 15th year anniversary of my high school. I've had money in my pocket. And honestly, I've even watched, people smoking crack on YouTube and other places to see if it would just trigger me. And it's honestly, I don't have that need in me.
I got a
Good,
question.
man. Congratulations, man.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
that's awesome.
That's a
great.
hell of a profound revelation. And I
Yeah.
mean, what made you decide to just stop taking the pharmaceutical?
Oh, I just lost track of when I was supposed to re-up it. And then I noticed that, wait a minute.
You don't need them.
Yeah, this is making me want to take crack. So I probably should.
Addiction on top of the addiction. So, how did you what was the process of you actually finding crack? Like, how would you just walk up to somebody and look like you deal crack?
No. There's a method to the situation you have to actually be with, especially when you're white, because here's the problem. Like, everybody thinks you're a cop until you prove you're not a cop.
That's true.
So you have to go down to the city, meet around. You figure out which are the scummy people. It's just like
Who's the most scummy?
I love this.
Who's the scummy
When
people?
love
you
it.
walk through the garden.
I need names.
Okay,
Give me some names.
You ain't got
No,
to
no,
give
you
me
know.
names.
Say, I'm just playing.
You see people sitting on a milk crate outside of a freaking abandoned building, and you're like, "Hey, do you know where the crack is?" And tell you the truth, 90% of the time that works.
Wow.
Crack over there.
Y'all didn't notice?
I don't take crack. I don't smoke crack.
I mean, I guess it seems easy. Like, now I'm thinking about it.
How long did y'all play outside when y'all was kids?
We didn't live in the project.
Oh, man.
I live in a project. Well, I ain't live in a project. but-
Project adjacent. You next to
Yeah.
the project. It's like I've dealt with a lot of motherfuckers like drug shit. Crack is not one of them. Like I'm not
I've
old
never been
enough.
into that
I'm not old enough to
situation.
be a crack dealer. Really. Like I'm not from that era.
This nigga still out here selling crack?
Yeah, but that's because they suck at life.
So I'm looking for a job.
There go
I'm-
RD boy
I'm-
followers.
Yeah, I'm looking for a job.
Them
I'm
niggas mad as hell.
putting my life back together. I'm living with my uncle, my strokey freaking uncle. That's just like
Strokey uncle. How many strokes he have?
and just one, but
Oh, okay, but it's a
Okay.
long
But
one.
he
It's a
good, though,
lasting
right
stroke.
now.
yeah, it's a lasting stroke, and it's just like
He wasn't no short stroke. He had the
I
long
have to pay-
stroke.
I had one
I-
stroke,
Long
and now we call him
stroke.
Strokey.
Shit's just vicious, man.
it's
Strokey.
disability.
Stroking to the
So,
left.
so I'm on disability
stroke
because literally I am so crazy that they need to just give me money so I can live. So I get like $720 from the government every month just to
Oh, you
Just
straight
stay
out of the
alive.
situation.
Yeah, you straight then.
That's what's up. I know niggas that ain't making that working.
Right.
That's why you gotta
Popeyes.
that's why you gotta wrap it up.
Yep. Maybe they need to get on crack.
So anyway,
We endorsing crack.
Hey, if you ain't got a job,
we
get on
doing?
crack. This is
That was
my
a-
endorsement right now.
That was a hell of a story, bro. I'll give Bruno a round of applause, man.
Appreciate
Are we
that.
done?
Thank
I-
Oh, wait.
It's
I'll
like, all
give
right,
you
let's
a
go do some
proper
crack
one.
now.
There you go.
There we go. Woo. You earned it.
Thank you, Jim.
So what do you do now? What is like?
right now I'm just looking for work. Right now, I'm going to I joined the church choir. I play Pathfinder, Starfinder, and D&D.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so it just
Right, chill, laid back.
yeah.
straight and narrow.
The problem is that like once you sell your laptop, your computer, 5 cell phones, like for crack,
For crack.
for crack,
Yeah.
and like you don't really have anything to do except I'm on my flip phone on YouTube and I'm paying $50 to get Xfinity Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah, that shit is. They horrible for that shit.
Yeah. So yeah, but my uncle had to have it. His what's it called? His soccer teams from the other side of the world. So
So how is your relationship with your family now?
it's all right. It's just like they understand that I went through some weird shit. It's just like that they don't really actually want to listen to or talk about. But it's,
Ah,
Are they just trying to ignore it like it didn't happen?
it's not that they ignore it like they don't want it to happen. They just don't want to hear about it because it's just like we don't understand.
hear
you.
about that shit.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to understand it. I don't want to understand the situation. It's just like, and I'm like, listen, you basically kicked me out at 26 years old, and I had to figure out how to do things for myself.
Yeah, they're a part of this.
I'm not gonna say no.
I mean, they are. Like they. I'm not saying they're the cause of it, but they play some part of it. Like your family is supposed to have your back. Your family is supposed to help you
Yeah.
through hardships and different things that you go through. They can't just be like, "Oh, this motherfucker's a fuck up. We not fucking with him no more." And you 27 years old. People, just because you a certain age doesn't mean that you got it all together. That you are all right mentally. They know the shit that you going through. They know the shit that the actual pharmaceutical drugs that you had to take. Like they should, have your back at least, you know. But
Yeah. And that's
Fuck
what
that
happens.
shit.
It's just like, and so now I'm with a
Shut
really
up.
good psychologist. Now I'm going to drug counseling, and
at least you doing trying to get
I'm trying to just fix the situation because it's just like it's no joke, man. Like once you start drawing on the walls and talking to roaches, it's bad.
Yeah.
It got bad, dude. It got bad in the time that you didn't see me. It was just like. Let's talk about happier times, like the time I beat Markel's ass.
Woo.
Oh, basement beef.
Basement beef alert.
Basement beef alert.
Basement beef
Easter,
alert.
if you are listening to this, I am sorry that I have to retell this story.
Tell them how you feel.
I want to let you cook.
Nah, don't do it.
Lawsuits.
Lawsuit.
Lawsuits?
Markel gonna sue?
Nah, Wayne State will sue.
Oh, never
Oh,
mind.
okay.
Damn.
Damn.
You ain't gotta
All
say he
right.
did it at Wayne State.
Where else
too
would
late
it have
now.
happened?
Could have beat him out in the streets. He could have fought him
No,
over some
it
crack.
happened out. It
was
happened out
all-
on the streets.
It was all Wayne property.
It did happen. Like that one fight did happen out in the streets.
Man, I say tell it. Let him tell it.
Just
No, no,
replace
no.
the words.
Yeah, just
Replace
the
Mark-
word.
Replace
Okay,
Markel with
so-
crack dealer.
No. So
Wait,
It's too late now.
All right, it's too late.
okay.
It's too late.
Okay.
You ruined it. I'll mute him. Just tell me.
nah, don't mute him.
I'll be on the road. Don't do that.
But
It was just okay. Let's just put it this way: there was this guy touching girls, and I had a problem with it, so I went Super Saiyan on his ass, and that's it.
Was
There
it a
you go.
2-piece combo? Give me a walkthrough. What
okay.
happened?
kind of
There were three fights. There was
Fought him
one,
3 times.
You had to like level up.
Wait a minute.
it literally
What
leveled
happened to
up.
other
Street
two
Fighter.
fights?
What is
And there were,
Wait
yeah,
a
there
minute.
were.
It was like Alter Beast. Level up.
So you won
no,
all
no,
three of the
so-
fights? All three of them?
No, I lost the first two and won the third.
That's what's up. You a
Wait,
real
you a
motherfucker.
real-
Hey, third time's
He
the
said
charm.
lost
Proud of
twice.
you.
That's what's up.
And so, like, I knew he was faster than me. He's more athletic than me. So I had to catch him surprised. And I
It's
just
funny because you talking about this. The shit was so fucking crazy. I was actually talking to Chris earlier.
Which Chris?
One of the various like 50 fucking Chris's.
That's what I said.
My nigga Muad'Dib. He broke up the fucking fight
Oh, okay.
because it was crazy.
I
That's the only one that I see. I didn't know how serious the shit was between them until then. I wasn't hip to any of the shit that had happened outside of there. Just like I didn't know that shit was so serious between Landon and
The nigga that he kicked in the stomach?
Talking about Algebra.
I didn't know
You
that
had a
shit
problem
was,
with Alter Burn?
I didn't know
Oh,
that
yeah.
shit, I didn't know that shit was so crazy. I be finding shit out late as fuck.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. This is
yeah, you
10
weren't
years
even down
later.
there. Amber got scared though. Amber.
She would, man.
Yeah.
She cares about everybody.
Yeah. So anyway,
It was so. I want to say there was a point in time where you had disappeared, but I want to say it was like also around the time where all that shit started happening at Wayne. Like,
Was you on crack when you fought him?
no.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, so you wasn't.
I was on. I was on like.
I had to know that.
Hey,
I was on
I had to
two.
know.
because he did come off with a loss.
Right.
Two Nas golden drinks.
Okay.
So I drank. I powered up with two Nas golden
was
drinks.
this around the time you had gotten to the fucking
Liquid
series
crack.
the series of incidents over by the CVS?
Oh yeah, I stole from the
What's wrong
CVS.
with y'all?
Yeah, this was about the time. Seriously, what was happening was I was losing my mind trying to figure out how to survive in university, and I couldn't do it because I was just too mentally ill to actually deal with it.
I can see how that school could drive somebody to crack.
I mean, it's just because it's not even that Wayne State is so different than anything else. It's like the random assortment of motherfuckers that happen to have been in that one place.
They not
and
supposed to be
time.
together.
They're not ever supposed to.
Cause it'd be like dudes that
No,
go.
and the problem is, and
That was the Hattage.
When I
That
first
was-
went,
that
when
was-
I
I was about
when
to
I
say, that
first
was the
that was
Hattage,
Hattage.
yeah.
When I first went to Wayne State, I was like, this ain't gonna work. Like these people, this combination of people
Yeah.
shouldn't work because you got niggas that's from the hood that went to Mumford and Cody and all these fucking schools. Then you got people from private schools and out in West Bloomfield. Then you got white people. Then you got Asians.
Yep.
Then you get. I'm like, This shit not. This
All
would be
in
a
one
fight
melting
every
pot,
day.
Yeah.
Rednecks from
It
fucking
can't-
Jabumbafuck, Michigan.
It kind of was a fight every day, but it was like
It was fun.
it was verbals because
Yeah.
if remember this was back in the era of what was the fucking president Irwin? This was during the tenure of Dr. Irwin and Wayne.
Yeah.
You couldn't even be a participant in a fight without getting expelled.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so you had to have verbals or go the fuck away.
Damn. That makes sense because I was like, I remember when I came, I was like, man, it's too many niggas in one room.
Yeah, it's too many.
Somebody.
You expected somebody to get hit.
Yeah.
I
and then
remember
the
when
fly,
Big Will
you know,
took me outside and was like, "Hey man, you can't be talking. You can't be."
I don't
spazzing on people
use
like
the
that."
N word for reasons and because I can't use the N word because I don't have the level of
Melanin.
melanin
Hey,
necessary to
I
use
appreciate
that
that.
word.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I
I fuck with you.
my Indian nigga couldn't say it without niggas being mad.
He Indian. He got accent. He got accent.
No.
I'm about to say, if it's heavy, then hell no.
His hair too straight.
So anyway,
Wow.
If your hair
Wow.
if your hair straight and too straight, you can't say nigga. Now, I mean, that's a rule. Rules is
That's a
rules, man.
rule?
Rules.
Who made
Rules
this
is
rule?
It's a rule book. It's
Hey,
a nigga book.
Hair
And a nigga
King
book.
determines vernacular.
It's a nigga handbook.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
but like the problem was
Produced by
that
Bill
he
Cosby.
didn't know that you could push a Dungeons and Dragons nerd to the point where he would just kick your ass.
Oh, you definitely can do that.
Yeah.
So how does that start? Like, how does that brew for the Dungeons and Dragons? Like, how does that work?
No,
You're sick of
You
getting
did
bullied.
sneak him.
no, I sneaked him.
That's what's up.
I just
Oh no, you snuck him?
yeah, I
You
came
got-
back.
Oh no.
You too damn big.
You
to
see,
sneak up
yeah,
on
I'm about to
anybody.
say, nah, you
I'm
don't.
silent as hell.
That's why Chris motherfucking hawked the fuck out and pulled his big ass off because everybody else had spread the fuck out because they didn't know what the fuck was happening.
Damn. So you
So-
Clover Lane them.
I just
You should've saw
punched
your
him in the
shadow
back
or
of the
something.
head,
Damn.
and then I just while he was laying on the table, I went like I
Damn.
just jumped on top of him,
Yeah, by
and I was
time-
about to strangle the guy.
Kel's a fast dude. My
Look.
man's turned around and y'all at that point y'all was scrapping.
Look, I don't have a problem with it because if a just everybody always say protect women. If a motherfucker out here touching girls,
What
he
I
need to
don't
get his
know.
ass beat, right?
Kel, was he touching women?
You said the
No.
motherfucker was touching women.
He
That's
was
why
giving
fighting.
he was giving an example. He was giving an example.
Oh, I thought
No,
you said
Kel
the
ain't out
motherfucker
here
was out
like
here
that.
touching people.
We
But if
got
the motherfucker
about
was touching
I don't know. We got 5 minutes. Who is this on the call?
Somebody called in. Good, because
job.
I got
Apparently,
we
they
got,
don't feel like talking.
we got more shit to say.
I mean,
And another motherfucking thing.
no, it's fine.
Nah, it's been a crazy life, and like.
But you
I'm
still here.
I'm still here, and I'm.
Would you redo anything, or would you do it the same
I
way?
would probably not start seeing these crack girls. Yeah, it's
It's
just-
always a crack girl.
Would you have tried to?
Crack girl.
Would you have tried to find a better coping mechanism to have stayed in school?
yeah.
Would you have
Well,
not,
here's the-
would you
here's
have
the
not
thing,
gotten in
like,
fights with
I
people?
don't think school was your thing anyway. Though.
Yeah, school was not my thing, and seriously, I'm much happier as a mechanic. I was just like
what's
working
up.
on cars and just diagnosing problems and just dealing with the situation as it comes. But the thing of it is, even if I was to get a bachelor's degree in biology, I would be making $11.40 at a lab.
That is true.
$11.40 at a lab, and then you have to get the money. You actually have to get a doctorate in the
means you
science
gotta-
game
Which means you got to stay in school. The school
and
hustle.
spend massive
8
amounts
years
of
in
money.
school and shit. Yeah, I'm straight. That's what's
Nah.
up. You a mechanic. A lot of mechanics used to be on drugs. I mean, that's
Shout-
the best mechanics.
Shout out to the
Yeah.
crackhead mechanics, man.
Yeah, if
Y'all
a nigga
out
don't
here-
if a nigga don't put a 40 on your radiator while you fixing your car, that nigga ain't shit.
Pretty much. Gloves? What are those? Safety? Tools?
Right.
No, I'm just about to take my fingers. Like,
Exactly.
Any nigga that can eat McDonald's straight and
with the oil on
with
his
the
hands?
oil on his hands, I know he's a good mechanic.
and not gag.
And
when
not
he takes
gag.
it
It just add flavor, baby.
Or if he's got that thick black
Shit under his
shit
nails.
under his
Yeah.
nails
Yeah.
and he can't never get out.
Grease.
There you go. That's the word you was looking for.
Grease.
It's like grease and just like accumulated filth.
This show was fantastic. I ain't never talked to somebody at this extent that
Yeah.
did crack before. So
Yeah.
you
No,
pretty good.
and the crazy shit is that like it actually helped me. Like my joie de vivre or my passion of life is inventing. So I actually came up with a subdermal implant, which basically it means it goes inside somebody, and it releases medicine. 5 minutes. Okay.
like melatonin or something.
No. It releases Narcan
Like a
and
CPAP?
antabuse. Yeah, basically. Antabuse, and basically I want to
You invented this?
Conceptually.
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 I conceptioned it out. So anyway,
Hey, a lot
basically
of-
every time you chew up heroin or do crack, it releases antabuse into your system, so you throw up. So you get negative reinforcement out of the situation. So so eventually you would just stop doing this shit because
Is that why withdrawals is such a bitch? Chemical
Narcan,
imbalance.
the Narcan, I would probably put some medication in there that would just stabilize out the withdrawals.
Well, a lot of great inventors and people that came up with ideas was on crack, and a lot of different drugs. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, Tesla was like out of it, and,
yeah,
and
Da
Edison,
Vinci
Edison did
Da
ether.
Vinci
I
cut his
think.
ear off and shit.
Damn.
Niggas was,
So did Van Gogh.
you know what I was talking about. One of them motherfuckers from back then.
One of them
Say,
crack. One of them crack.
Van
Van
One of
Gogh
them
was
crackhead
eating
white men.
paint.
Look, Van Gogh was getting it in. He was. That motherfucker was crazy, man.
Hey, that's because he was on drugs. A lot of motherfuckers was on drugs and had syphilis.
Yeah. Well, because I guess if you got all that energy, you got to poke something.
My God, that's the end of the show. I can't top that.
Can't be a great painter until you start eating your own paint
Yeah,
I can't
Oh.
top
gotta
that
catch
shit.
and has syphilis.
Gotta catch syphilis and go blind. Then you a
Again,
real
man.
The
nigga.
first step,
Ladies
syphilis.
and gentlemen, that's the show.
I wanted to thank you again for coming out, man. Awesome guests, crazy fucking tales. Fucking social media is about to be crazy tonight. I want to thank our engineer for holding us down. This was a wild fucking show.
Man, it was great.
Held
I
down.
loved it. I loved this show so much.
I'm glad that you did,
My
man.
favorite
Very
show
good.
I ever
Very
made.
good.
Ever did. Thank you, sir.
I want to thank everybody for coming out and listening tonight. I hope y'all picked up some fucking gems. I hope y'all picked up some wisdom. Where else could you have heard such crazy fucking tales? Please stay away from the fucking drugs. Consult your friends. You're strong enough to get help.
Definitely.
Do that shit for real.
Yep.
Yeah, if you got an issue, go to rehab, deal with your shit. Go to Narcotics Anonymous.
Stay away from
Or-
crack.
yeah,
Stay away from crack bitches.
Stay away from crack.
Stay
And
away
stay away
from-
from crack bitches.
Stay away
too.
from
Yeah.
crack
Bitches will get you
and
on
crack
crack.
bitches.
Bitches will get you
especially.
on crack.
And don't stay at the strip club after 12:30.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Give yourself a bell for that.
That's when the crack bitches show up.
Sweet. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe on social media for more Hattage. You can catch us every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. live. And until next time, this has been the Mighty Mighty Meta Baron,
Voice the villain.
Macho Simpson.
Big Bruno.
and we are out. Peace.
Mike's off. Give me a sec for cameras. Did you forget your name again?
You like being dramatic. Or are you
Like-
high?
That's a really long.
Motherfucker.
This show was fantastic.
Killed it, boy. Killed it. Bravo, sir.
Thank you.
You did a good job, man. You chewed the fat the whole hour. And you saved us from having to fucking take any calls. I hate that dead space
I'm so sick of
between when people don't say shit. What's going on?